as in the Roger Corman drive-in movies, which I loved. And except for the fact that some of these stray images scared me, and some made me sad, and some made me happy, and some made me horny, I had no real idea of what they meant. Had I just imagined them, or did they relate to this Sam McCain guy they kept telling me I was? And after my memory returned, I almost wished it hadn't. I was informed that my mom had had a stroke and was now living in Chicago with my little sister. And then I read the letter that my fiancé had written me while I was still not Sam McCain. I have to say that for a Dear John kind of thing, she'd come up with a pretty good reason for ending our engagement. She'd told me that after her first husband died, in Nam in fact, she'd taken to drink and running around and sleeping around. She hadn't told me that she'd had a child, and that rather than abort it, which she was inclined to do, her lover took it and raised it. She hadn't seen the man or her daughter since a few weeks after the birth. But they came back through town, and there you go. The not having a memory thing isn't as bad as people sometimes think. For quite a while, that was one memory I didn't want to have at all. Finally, I was released. I went immediately to Oak Park to see my mother, who was living in this huge house. My sister's second husband not only didn't beat her up, he was nice enough to have money, and even have one of the large empty rooms on the second floor turned into a small apartment for Mom, her own bathroom even. Then it was back to Black River Falls. It turned out that the old anxiety I felt as I drove the interstate was warranted. The war was not only destroying people overseas, it was destroying them back in my hometown. Part 1. We should declare war on North Vietnam. We could pave the whole country and put parking strips on it and still be home by Christmas. Ronald Reagan. Chapter 1. Despite the panic in his voice, I risk wheeling into a convenience store for coffee. Whatever crisis he is facing this time, I won't be much help if I'm this groggy. It is 23 minutes to 2 a.m. That dread I'd felt coming home, it is finally realized on this bleak, mysterious night. A town like Black River Falls generally goes to sleep between 10 and 11, except for the taverns and the 3 clubs where you can dance. A Quad City businessman, which is often synonymous with mob, has tried to open both a XXX bookstore and a strip club in the past year. The whisper is that in the next 6 months or so, city council members will give up fighting. The guy loves lawsuits, and allow the bookstore. No doubt night owls of a special species will flock to it. Will Cullen lives in the wealthy area of town. His home is a sprawling yellow brick house that has been here long enough to have creeping vines venerating the exterior walls. A piney windbreak to the east isolates the place from its neighbors. His wife Karen has a wealthy father who paid for the place. He thought that maybe this kind of splendor would help Will recover from his Nam tragedy. I top a small hill and gaze down at the moonlit homes stretching out before me. Senators love to bluster about how the rest of the world envies us. And when you see this portrait in shadow and light, you have to agree with them. Solid houses, good jobs, bright futures. Too bad we were losing thousands of our troops, not to mention even more thousands of innocents, just so 2 fine fellows named Johnson and Nixon could play John Wayne. The streetlights are sparse, and so my headlights and motor hum seem all the more intrusive as I sail down the street to Will's home. I have my window rolled down. The slight chill feels good after the blistering August we've been having. The enormous house is dark. Maybe Will hadn't wanted to wake Karen or their daughter up. Still, the dark house puzzles me and makes me uneasy. I glide up the driveway and snap off the engine. The triple-stall garage is closed. His and her cars will be inside. The scent of flowers, morning glories, and scarlet rockets from what I can see in the deep shadows lend the breeze a pleasant scent. The only other aroma is of the lucky I am smoking. I walk from my car up the curvy and lengthy flagstone path to the front door. I expect him to step out at any minute. I knock feebly, thinking of Karen and their 3-year-old daughter, Peggy Ann. No response. There is a huge